बिहारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजना यमुना तीरा वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीनाथ, you do know that? Okay, sing. No, it's okay. Sing. श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं। श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। Why did I stop? Is usually this sloka is very exclusive to the parampara of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. So I was surprised, like, that's why I was... oh, yeah, nice. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyev cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabho Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone can say Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thanks everyone for joining us on this Saturday. It's a very auspicious month of Kartik, Damodar Mas, where Lord Krishna, Damodara means, Dam means thread, Udara means on his belly. Like when Yashodamai binds Krishna with this rope, then there is a pastime, like where there is so much before it. He keeps crawling when it's tied to a mortar. He keeps crawling, and then he takes that mortar between two trees, Yamalarjuna trees, and then when he rolls those trees down, then these are sons of Kuvera. That's what in Damodarashtakam, like Prabhu sang, Nala Kuvera, I think. So these both who were cursed before, these are like sons of Kuvera. Their sapa vimochan will happen, and then they pray Krishna. So that specific Krishna, whose belly was tied with the love of Yashoda, that's why it's called Damodara. That's why Radha Damodara, Rama Damodara will say. So this whole month we offer lamps to like Radha Damodar. And then this year in 2024, from January to like I think 1 month ago, we have done a series of Bhagavad Gita. It's like Secrets of Gita, where we went through every chapter. There are 18 chapters of Bhagavad Gita, where we went through all the different sections of what Krishna is speaking to Arjuna on the battlefield. So in the same manner, we'll continue with the next obvious thing is to read Sri Isopanisad. So I'll give a brief introduction, and then we can read from the introduction of Sri Isopanishad's book. So this introduction is spoken by our founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada as like one of the talks. We'll go through, there are very nice aspects of this introduction. So before that, I'll give just like 5 minutes a context of these books. So when one of the most important aspect of practicing spirituality, that is actually spoken by Srila Prabhupada, in his name also will be there. Many people in the name of Bhakti do so many esoteric things and imitate things, and we do not, especially in the age of Kali, we do not know whether this is a bona fide way of following or not. The second aspect is Vedantists, who go into these like details of what this word means, what that word means, and sometimes we get caught up into these details and then we miss what is the essence. So for a balanced approach of and having a sane progress in spirituality, we need to have the balance between Bhakti and Vedanta. So his name, the Prabhupada's name is Bhakti Vedanta, like coined by his god brother. That's why we see in these activities like all the lamp offering, singing, all these are like nice devotional activities, and it is followed by a class or like a study, which is like you will have spiritual education as well. So the reason why we have to read these scriptures is one thing is Bhagavatam also says that any living being, there are like 8.4 million species of life. So all these have some common aspects. All the activities are falling into these four aspects, which is eating, mating, sleeping, defending. You take any living being, it does these 4 things to its own accord. Like for example, the eating, there will be like animals which sometimes like they are very expert, like for example lion or tiger, or they hunt very skillfully, that we cannot also do. So some of the animals are provided with this what is it called, camouflage effect, like where the like prey cannot see it. And so eating, we also eat, we also like get groceries, we also mix the proportion certain way which is tastier to our tongue, and we eat. And also sleeping. So we want a comfortable sleep. Like for example, if you see, we build like houses and nice like bedrooms, or like what is more like people who can afford. Some people might live in 1 bed, 2 bed, or some people will have mansions. So according to whatever their desire is, that sleeping like a nice house they will have. And it's same with the animals also. If you see the construction of like a honeybee, so the honeybee's that nest is so complicated. It has like stories, like one story, another story. There are like so many complicated paths where they can go through those paths, and then they can bring the store honey. Also, they can give it to the honey, like the queen bee. So they also can create these very nice structures which are extremely skillful. The same way how like some of the birds also build their nests and all. It's very like by bringing small twigs they can build a nice nest. And sleeping, eating, sleeping, mating. So every living being tries to advance its species. Like there are mammals which will go in one way. There are other beings which will advance its generation through eggs, so on, like that. So mating and defending. So by defending, like how like a pack of wolves stay together and they have these watch over the other like species of its. In a similar way, we have like police system, or borders that we build. All these or even to our house we lock the doors, or we have some more defensive system that we are having. And also living like colonies together, not like somewhere on your own, is also a sense of safety. So these 4 activities are common between any living being out of these 8.4 million species. So you are in San Diego, so there are these aquariums. You can see in oceans, like 70% of the ocean species are not even discovered. Whatever we saw, like the species of aquatic life, they only account like about 30% or something. We don't even know some obscure living beings that are there in the depths of ocean. So all these things are living, their purpose and all are said in like Bhagavad Gita, why different species are there. So basically, when these are these living beings are there, there is one advantage that is human beings that we are having, is that so all of these, in these 4 activities, we also have intelligence the same way. This animal species also has intelligence, but their intelligence, until these 4 are satisfied, it will plateau out. And like when a small cub is there, it's like mother lion or like mother tiger might teach the cub until it can hunt and live on its own, and then afterwards again its own life cycle begins. So their intelligence will also be there, but until those 4 eating, mating, sleeping, defending are satisfied. But then for living being, we ask these questions. Like for example, all of us are sitting and speaking some spiritual discussion, but you do not see like 4 or 5 monkeys sitting and thinking of, oh, why am I alive, and all these things. So this kind of inquisitiveness, Dhato Brahma Jignasaha, like Vedanta Sutra says, that is, now that you have taken so many births after births, now inquire the absolute truth. So that is the prescribed duty of a living being. Like Shankara writes in Bhajagovindam, Kaye Kantah Kaste Putraha Samsaraiva Mativa Vichitraha Kasyatvam Va Kutayataha Tattvam Chintaya Tadiya Bhrataha, he will say. So these are like, he'll go to different places, and one place he speaks one verse. One of these is this, like Kaye Kantaha, like my this girl who I am saying as my wife, who is she? Like wife or husband, like whom we are calling that my life partner and all. Who is she? Kaye Kanta. Kaste Putraha, the progeny that came out of me, like who are they? Samsara eva mativa vichitra. If you see this whole samsara, like people are taking birth, people are leaving, we started somewhere, we go to different places for education and job, and then we meet different people, so many memories are being made, and then suddenly there will be a time where you will close all the affairs of the earth, and that's it. Whatever the identity that I call myself with my name, designation and all will be over. So what is this cycle? Tattvam chintiya tadiya bhrata. So, oh brata, oh brother, think of these things, is what Shankara is saying. So the thing is, we have to inquire these things, then it will make us to understand that whatever we are running, is it the prescribed duty that is given by these books or not. So this level of Brahma Jignasa, like everyone will have. And so we'll go through the introduction. There then okay, you are asking now Brahma Jignasa, what are the sources that I can go? What are the evidences that I can trust? All these comes again. So that Srila Prabhupada mentions. So out of these, to understand the purpose of a living being. So like for example, if I buy a refrigerator, a manual is given. Like in the similar way, like for us to properly execute what is our duty and what we are supposed to do, like we were given the Shastras, scriptures. So there are a whole library of Shastras which are called Vedas, coming from Sanatana Dharma. So Veda means Ved means knowledge, and Vedas are the true source of that knowledge. And like Prabhupada also goes, but once I'll give small introduction. So out of this series, especially, so under the Vedic libraries, there are Sruti literature, Smriti literature, and Nyaya literature, and so on. So for example, Shruti are Vedas, and the excerpts of the Vedas like Upanishads and all, this come under Shruti. Smriti is the recollection of Vedas, that's why it's called Smriti. That means what happens, there will be, they do like the Satrayagam and all that, like 1,000-year yagna they do, these exalted sages. And they all like sit and between one yagna to another, they try to recollect the words of Vedic Shastras. So that is how, like how Suta Goswami is saying all the other like Brahmanas and so on. So like that, they are recollections of Vedas. But since these are all coming from the same source, they are also very exalted. And that's why Vyasadeva writes down these by taking the account of the occurrence of Kali, that our memory is so limited and we might not remember everything. That's why Vyasadeva has written down this. That's why he is called compiler of all this Vedic literature. So basically in the present day world, you can think Vedavyas as chief editor. Like for example, I'm an academic, I publish papers and all. So basically we have an editor, he gives a topic and we write a paper and then he compiles all that and puts an edition out. So like that, like all the Vedic texts that are there, which are following through disciplic succession, that Vyasadeva has written down, so that the knowledge will not be lost. But in the sense, Vedas are Apaurishaya. That is, no one sat down and made Vedas. They are coming from the Lord. So we'll go through this, and through this like series. So one of the things I'll speak, like Smriti literature are usually Puranas or so, but like whatever we heard Bhagavad Gita, Gita is actually a Shruti literature that is present in Smriti. Like Mahabharata is Smriti, but in that Mahabharata Bhagavad Gita comes, but Bhagavad Gita is Shruti because it is coming directly from the like from the words of Lord Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And that's why even though it is coming in that, you are hearing the direct knowledge from the Lord, and that's why it's called Shruti. Like there are 4 main books where like of ISKCON or like Krishna consciousness movement studies as the part of Bhakti Shastri. These are like the foundations of spiritual life. One is Isopanisad, Bhagavad Gita, and Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion. So basically, there are 108 Upanishads. We have, I think you know, there are like 4 Vedas. This 4 Veda is done by Veda Vyas. That's why that Vyas comes, because he divides the entire Vedic literature into 4 parts. One is Rug, Yajur, Sama, and Atharva Veda. And of all these, there are these small sections which speaks about the gist of like some of that. Basically, those are Upanishads. Upanishads are 108. Since we can't read all 108, you can, but So there are 12 main Upanishads that are given. So one of that is, there is this verse, Isa Kena Katha Prashna Munda Mandukya Taitrihi Aitareyam Cha Chandogyam Burhadaranyakam Tatha. And Svetaswara Upanishad and also another Upanishad, like that there will be 12 main Upanishads that are there. So basically Upanishad means, Vupa means near, Nishidati means like bring. So basically it brings closer to the Lord. And also Upanishads have to be heard closer to a spiritual master. So that's why like the whole system of like Gurukul school or so, you go to a bona fide spiritual master and you sit and listen through his words about what is the meaning of the Shastras and so on. So basically Upanishad and especially Isopanisad is one of these 108 Upanishads. The first verse of Isopanisad is Isa Vasyamidam Sarvam. It starts with Isaha. So that's why it is called Isopanisad or Isa Vasyopanishad. And so I think some of these verses you might have heard, like Purnamatah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate. So that is the invocation verse of Isopanisad. Next Saturday we'll go into more details about what that verse says. So these are all Isopanisad. So it has 18 verses, one invocation plus introduction. So I'm expecting like it will finish in like 20 sessions. So we will go through the introduction of Isopanisad. So learning through Isopanisad clarifies many like teachings that you might come across Bhagavatam class or so on. For example, about Lord, Supreme Lord being a person, that Isopanisad only says. And like that there are so many. How we should not waste our life, like Hatmahanaha, that is a third verse, I think. So like that, I'll go through those verses when it comes. There are like nice section by Srila Prabhupada that is included, and in the like support to the like purport of Srila Prabhupada, I'll also try to give like the commentaries of Madhvacharya, Vedanta Deshika, Baladev Vidyabhushan and Bhaktivinoda Thakur, wherever is needed to get like the comprehensive understanding. So today we'll go through this introduction, and yeah, I gave you books. If no one has, like if you don't have the book, you can see on the screen. Okay, so introduction. Prabhu, can you read? We'll go through like paragraph by paragraph as.
Teachings of the Vedas.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, today's subject matter is the teachings of Vedas. What are the Vedas? The Sanskrit verbal root of Veda can be interpreted variously, but the purport is finally one. Veda means knowledge. Any knowledge you accept is Veda, for the teachings of the Vedas are the original knowledge. In the conditioned state, our knowledge is subjected to many deficiencies. The difference between a conditioned soul and a liberated soul is that the conditioned soul has 4 kinds of defects. The first defect is that he must commit mistakes. For example, in our country, Mahatma Gandhi was considered to be a very great personality, but he committed many mistakes. Even at the last stage of his life, his assistant warned, Mahatma Gandhi, don't go to the New Delhi meeting. I have some friends and I've heard there is danger. But he did not hear. He persisted in going and was killed. Even great personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, President Kennedy, there were so many of them, make mistakes. To err is human. This is one of the defects of the conditioned soul.
Yeah, one second. So Prabhupada quotes here example of Mahatma Gandhi and so on. In one of the main point he mentions here is now, as I said, like how Vedas are source of knowledge, but we have to rely on like for example, why is this means of obtaining knowledge? Why I can't pursue my own thing other than scriptures? Is Prabhupada giving this argument? So there will be 4 defects that every living being has, and that is why we have to rely on the most authentic form of knowledge to understand what's the purpose. So this knowledge should be something which is beyond the changing nature of the material world. Like, for example, if you take scientific studies, like I can tell you one topic: is coffee good or bad? I will give you Google Scholar, and I have like UCSD credentials. You give me a conclusion whether coffee is good or bad. There are thousands of articles which are completely divisive and is constantly changing. But the nature of the soul, the purpose of a living being, and the nature of the material world, our relationship with the God, these are all unchangeable truths that will not be changed. So why this knowledge that is being changed and all is because we are relying on the information coming from these 4 defects. And the first defect, like Prabhupada spoke, given the example of the tendency to commit mistakes. So why Srila Prabhupada is quoting Gandhi in this way? Actually, Prabhupada glorified Gandhi in many of his aspects. Like the example, one of the famous statements Prabhupada tells is, Gandhiji is a saint amongst politicians and a politician amongst saints. So, basically, he glorified whatever Gandhi did. But one of the things behind the screens, what happened was, when non-cooperation movement and all was happening in India, when Gandhi said everyone respects him so much that they gave up the foreign degrees, they gave up like any jobs that are not born out of India, and they like burned all the clothes which are coming from there. So like that, everyone, whatever Gandhiji is speaking, they are trying, like everyone is doing it. So Prabhupada actually tells, writes a letter to Gandhi. We don't know whether Gandhi read it or not, but like Prabhupada sent it to Gandhi, and few days after Gandhi is assassinated. And one of the things why Prabhupada is quoting Gandhi, Kennedy, their efforts of bringing in equality and bring whatever the social cause they are working on is very, very commendable, you know. It's very nice. Like they are having this pure intent and all. But the mistake that they are doing is they are trying to solve a material problem with a material solution. And anytime you take a material solution and try to solve it, then it is flawed. And one of the things is, in the letter, if you read, it's open, you can read, like Prabhupada writes to Gandhi that whatever you are doing, people are following it. That's very like commendable on your side. But now, if you take and preach this Vaishnavism to everyone, preach the philosophy of Krishna consciousness to everyone, everyone will become devotee, and there will be harmony and the peace in the country. Like that he preaches. So we don't know whether Gandhi read it or not. So one of the things is, so this tendency to commit mistakes, even when we are trying to obtain knowledge, even in the scientific way of obtaining it, there are so many mistakes that are possible. And another defect is to be illusioned. Illusion to accept something which is not, that is Maya. Maya means what is not. Everyone is accepting the body as the self. If I ask you what you are, you will say, I am Mr. John, I am a rich man, I am this, I am that. All these are bodily identifications. But you are not this body, this is the illusion. So to be illusioned is a big defect that we have. And like we always so that is why if there are so many theories about how the human beings came into existence. There is abiogenesis, there is biogenesis. That is like there is no life doesn't come from life. Life comes from an inorganic matter. Like that, there are theories that are around. So basically, these are all coming from this strong sense of attachment to the material nature and not thinking that there is something beyond this material world that we are coming from. The third defect is cheating propensity. Everyone has the propensity to cheat others. Although a person is fool number one, he poses himself as very intelligent. Although it is already pointed out that he is an illusion and makes mistakes, he will theorize, I will think this is this, but he does not even know his own position. He writes books of philosophy, although he is defective. That is his disease. This is cheating. So, and lastly, our senses are imperfect. We are very proud of our eyes. Often someone will challenge, can you show me God? But do you have the eyes to see God? You will never see if you haven't the eyes. If immediately the room becomes dark, you cannot even see your hands. So what power do you have to see? We cannot therefore expect knowledge with these imperfect senses. With all these deficiencies, in conditioned life, we cannot give perfect knowledge to anyone, nor are we ourselves perfect. Therefore, we accept Vedas as they are. So, these four mistakes are very important for us to understand that the knowledge obtaining through these means is not reliable. And there are the imperfect senses, like for example, even the cosmological research that we do, we try to extend our senses. For example, if you want to see what is going beyond the solar system or like beyond Earth, we build these, telescopes or like huge, or if you want to see something where your eye cannot see, microorganisms, we invent microscope. So all these are again extended form of senses. So we are not, it can do only certain extent, so we are extending the senses. But one thing is the, these senses, the knowledge based of senses are not reliable. I'll tell one example. So for example, electrons, what we see in the electricity and all is like the movement of electrons. Physically, did anyone like take out electron and show like a marble, hey, this is electron and all? No, we had some another way of looking at the electron's presence. That is like cathode ray tube. There is like a experiment where they take cathode ray tube and they project it, and the presence of electron is there. So that is how we come to. So this is called as like a deductive way of approaching it. When we see the world, there is a perfect symmetry in the engineering of the world. Like for example, I told in the previous sessions also, like the presence of Jupiter closer to Earth, where it can deflect many asteroids because of its large mass and its gravitational field. All that you take, like for example, the high magnetic field of Earth deflects the solar flares coming from the sun, and that is why we are not fried up, even though how many these sunstorms come also. Like that, so many mechanisms are there within the body itself. Like each minute there are so many organisms which are there, which are trying to hurt us and all. But there is a whole sense of defensive mechanism the body has. Something falls in the eye, immediately a gush of water comes and purifies it. That is like there is an engineering that is there in the behind the screens of the constructions of the world, where you can see an architect behind all this. And that is also a deductive knowledge where we can say that the Lord is there. So, Prabhupada goes into the Varnashrama in the next part. So there are like, I don't think we can go into this entire introduction. So one of the main sections that comes in this is about the, now I told about like there are two types of knowledge that comes. One is Aroha Pantha and Avaroha Pantha. One, that is Aroha is like you start from the building blocks. Basically Aroha and Avaroha is like a bottoms up approach and a top down approach. Basically that's what it means. That is like where you try to understand the matter around us. We understand what is going on around us, and then we try to identify what is the absolute truth and all. So another thing is you take the knowledge of Vedas, Avaroha Pantha, where you are hearing, oh, this is what my thing that is going on, this is the meaning of birth, this is meaning of death, and we try to understand the broader constructs. So that is the like top-down approach. And in this means there are like three evidences which are called pramanas that we can take. And one is Pratyaksha Pramana, one is Anuman Pramana, and one is Sabda Pramana. I told this example also in the previous classes, but once to revise, Pratyaksha Pramana is any evidence that we take through direct sense perception. Like for example, whatever I said in terms of by seeing I will believe whether this is there or not. And the flaw is we cannot, there are, as I said, microorganisms we cannot see with our naked eye. And there are so many phenomena which we cannot directly get by the senses. For example, the existence of soul. Like whenever we like pass away, they say that, that is all there. So that is Pratyaksha Praman. Anuman Praman is knowledge acquired by hypothesis. That is the famous example I gave about the plague. Hypothesis is like where they have a hypothesis and they do some study and then they conclude, oh, this is not right, this is not wrong, and so on. One of the dangerous case that we saw in the history is about the outbreak of plague, and that time in the Europe, they were trying to identify this disease outbreak, what is the hotspots in the cities where a large number of diseases are coming from is. And they routed that to cats. In what locality there are a large number of cats, there is a large number of patients that are coming with plague. So then they started catching these cats and mass killing of cats are going on. And then it is observed that by logic, the disease should go down. But in the contrast, what happened? Like the disease increased. So basically, then they identified that the reason of that is not cats; it's actually the rats which are causing it. And that's why where there are more rats, cats are coming to eat it. So basically, going by this hypothesis is not an appropriate way to obtain this knowledge. And also, one of the example you can give is like Darwin's theory of evolution and so on. And so on. Like the third evidence, which is the most reliable evidence, is the Shabda Praman. So in the Vedas, these are written like thousands of years ago. Like these are there thousands of years ago. And the time of Mahabharata and all is dated to be like 5,500 years ago. That was happened. And we know that before, the times of Mahabharata, there are like Rama and like Treta Yuga is there, and before that Satya Yuga was there. Like that, it was there for a long time. And there were some sections in it which they speak about only like truths. You can go and verify. There are so many documentaries on, like for example, Vimana Shastra that was given, like the Shastras of lights and so on. So these are all coming from the Shabda Praman. So this is the most promising way of knowledge according to the Vedas, because the other things have their flaws. And out of these, one of the important things that we should see when we are reading Shastras is they are coming through a proper bona fide authority. I'll tell one example. If you take Bhagavad Gita, there are so many translations and verses of Bhagavad Gita. Like people speak in terms of improving one's health, mental health, like normal health, all this. There are so many things, and even there are so many translations written. So what is the danger in just going by the literary translations of the Shastras is, there is one famous verse actually. Kesavam patitam drishtva Pandava harsha something like that it comes. Rudante kauravaste ha kesava kesava. That is what this verse is. That means literally, if you translate it, by seeing the dead body of Keshava, Krishna falling down, Pandavas harsha nirbharaha. That is what verse. Pandavas are like laughing, hey, like this. And Rudante kauravaste means Kauravas are like crying, seeing it. Ha Keshava, Keshava, like that. Is this true? Pandavas are true, like pure devotee of Krishna. Will they laugh like if Krishna is falling down like that? So, if you actually do proper grammatical Sandhi Vichedana, it is Keshava. That is, there is a dead body which fell into a pond, basically. By seeing that, Pandava means residents of the pond, that is fish. They are like celebrating, hey, we have got a meal for next 3 or 4 months. And Rudante Kauravaste are the crows. The crows are like crying, we lost the cadaver, it went and fell into the pond, we lost our food. Ha Keshava, Keshava, like that they are falling. So basically the same verse with the different translations, appear very differently. So that is why going by word meanings and getting ourselves confused, it's a very dangerous aspect. So one of the promising thing that one must has to go is by a bona fide authority. Once George Harrison, who is the disciple of Srila Prabhupada, asked Prabhupada this question, like, okay, you are saying Bhagavad Gita as it is and all, but what if that means that you should be perfect. So Prabhupada once tells, if you are coming in the bona fide disciplic succession, even though I am defective, that message is still pure, that source is still pure. And that is the importance of following one school of thought, and that has to, if you take the Bhagavad Gita, that whole parampara directly from the God, like how from Brahma, from Narada, it is continuing in this tradition, you can see. And what Prabhupada has given in Isopanisad is also is from Acharyas like Madhvacharya's commentary and Bhaktivinoda Thakur's commentary. So if you see this thread, they all speak the same message in a same way, so that it won't be diverging and so on. It's just like some points I tried to cover. It's okay. And the main thing is Isopanisad speaks about so many doubts will get clarified. For example, like in terms of, as I said, the personal form should we worship, or should we worship impersonal form of the Lord. So basically, as the Bhagavatam says, the God can be in three forms. One is the Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan form. So Brahman form is, so basically the nature is Sat Chit Ananda. In that, like anything you take like a Brahman form is only Sat, that which is eternal. So like you focus only on the eternal aspects of it, and then you have the Brahman form. And these are followed by Gnanis. And there is next section which is Sat and Chit aspect of the Lord, and that is the Paramatma feature, one which is there in every living being. They focus on it, and that is only on Sat and Chit. This is given by yogis. Yogi dhyana avastita tadgatena manasa pashyantiyam yogino. Yogi does Ashtanga yoga process, and at the high stage of yogic process, he sees the four legs standing form of the Lord, and that is Paramatma. And Bhagavan form is Sat, Chit and Ananda. And the Sat is eternal, Chit is knowledge, and Ananda is bliss. So you can see the opulences of the Lord and how is Lord engaging with his devotees, these interactions and all. So this is the what Bhakti devotees follow. So these aspects will be more clear in Isopanisad. Isopanisad also speaks about like Sambhuti, Asambhuti, all these definitions it gives. It will be a little bit technical. We'll try to understand with in conjoining with the Bhagavad Gita. So that's all for today. I tried to just introduce Isopanisad, and also as many people are in home programs. So next week onwards we'll go into the details of Isopanisad, the invocation Purnamatah Purnamidam verse, and if anyone is curious, so in the, I think Roman numerals doesn't have 0, they have null, but in the alphanumeric system 0 is introduced by Aryabhatta. So actually he takes the mathematical symbol 0 from Purnamada verse. So this is the verse where he takes 0 from. That is just a like a small knowledge, but it has more meaning to it, what it is from. So that's all. Thanks everyone. We will do like one round of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Unfortunately, I don't think we have beats. So I will just chant on my fingers. You can follow. I'll have the clock. So one of the main, like how Isopanisad is there, there is another Upanishad called Kalisantarana Upanishad. It's a very small one where like Narada is asking Brahma, people of Kali has so many faults, so what is an appropriate way to do? So Brahma tells, he gives this Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. He says in Kali Yuga, anyone who chants this is free from all faults. So I will, like I will chant, you can chant with me. We'll chant for a few minutes, and then there will be prasadam which will be served outside, and then it is followed by 8:15 darshan. You can stay for the darshan as well. Thank you so much. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे give them food हरे कृष्ण food हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे take prasadam and go it's ready हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. and then towards 8:15 you can have darshan of the Lord.